It's time for you to know what's the difference aftermarket screen and original screen. So as you can see, looks just like original, but you can check from the flex cable. Let's try to find something similar. So here, if you can check, the original looks finer, but the aftermarket, you can see there's a big gap. So that's first thing. And then the next one is the durability of the glass. So some customers will complain they just drop it really low, but it get cracked right away. So it's hard to tell since it's aftermarket. So there's a lot of factor to consider when it get cracked. So normally the most weak spot is this, and then the corners, because this bezel is beside, or yeah, it's what you call this. So the glass is perfectly aligned on the bezel. So if this one got impact from the drop like that, yeah, it will hit the glass itself. So it's also the weak point, that the sides or the end sides of the glass. So original glass, it should show like this. So what it will do with the original is to make it more durable is like they split the pressure. So what will it do is it spreads the impact to make it more durable, so it's harder to break the original compared to the aftermarket. Let's find something more like this one. So you can see this original too, original like that. So what I'm trying to explain is with the aftermarket, it breaks really easily. And then yeah, you can see the lines. It just goes straight. It's not making some kind of net. Unlike with the original, if it gets break, it spreads out the impact, so it will be harder to break original. So this one is aftermarket. You can see it right away. I'm not sure, some people will see it right away, but for some they won't. So this one looks good, but I believe this one is aftermarket. Yes, aftermarket. But yeah, I'm not sure how it was dropped or got damaged, but it spreads really good. Oh yeah, this one is original. So for me to know if it's original, normally it has Apple logo, but since everyone can copy the logo, it's hard to tell. So normally this is what's the main thing to check on, the flex cable. So in the long run, you will see the difference of the flex cable of the original and the aftermarket screen. So here I'll show it to you. Compare to this one. So yeah, different texture, different materials, and then like the serial numbers. So normally screens of the original will have DKH, DTP, F7C, C11, C3F. So there's 3 common factory that produce LCD for the Apple, and then those are like LG, Toshiba, and Sharp. But for the newer phones with the OLED screens like iPhone X onwards, they are being produced by Samsung. That's why it's more expensive to get repaired. So this one is iPhone 8 Plus screen. So in order for us to know if it's 8 Plus, is this one. So with the 7 Plus, let's find some 7 Plus. Oh wait, this one's iPhone 7, so this one's using the plastic on the top part to attach it to the screen, but with the 8 series, 8 plus, they will use metal to clip it, but everything almost looks the same. So this one is 7 plus, this one is 8 plus, so they look same to each other. And then this one is aftermarket. You can see like the traces of the connections compared to the original, and then they have Apple logo too. Then this is like the serial number, so C3F, I forgot which one is it, could be LG, Toshiba, or Sharp. So with the China screen, no, there's not. Some of them, they don't have serial. Some of them have like same first 3 serial number, go same with the original, but these are aftermarket. But it's hard to tell if it's fully aftermarket or original that get refurbished before. There's a lot of things to factor. So there are some kind of original refurbished that the LCD, the display is still original, but the flex cable assembly, like the touchscreen, they were replaced with the aftermarket to make the production cost cheaper, because the market is really competitive. They have to lower the materials in order to offer lower price, but that's, some people will complain, some will just want cheap, and then later on they'll complain why it's not working properly, why it got crap right away, why touchscreen is not responding, why the color is really different, because there's a lot of things to factor. So yeah, and then here in my shop I offer lifetime warranty for the factory defect for all the screen that I installed. So if ever you selected aftermarket or original screen, and then if after a few weeks the touchscreen starts to not respond properly, you can just bring it back and then I'll just replace it. As long as there's no crack internally, externally, I'll just replace it. So if it got cracked like this, it's not covered since it got damaged. So this one is like accidental. It's hard for me to know if it's hard to tell like it's factory defect, because I'm not watching your phone all day, so I only base on the phone screen when you bring it in. So this one got really dropped really bad. Then this one is iPhone XR screen, so it looks good, looks like there's no damage, but this one is get water damage. So I'm not sure if I change the screen and then it still work. So lucky for the owner of that one, because normally if it got water damage and then it went through the motherboard, it's still possible to fix, but the risk, there's a high chance it may stop working sooner or later, and then it requires soldering to replace some chips, resistor, capacitor. So it's, you have to make sure when you get it repaired to a repair shop, you have to make sure the warranty terms and condition, what will they cover or not. So some of them may repair it but there's no warranty, so they will bring it to you working now, but after a few days it stopped working, then you just lose money. So for me, in my shop, I don't offer soldering repair here because of the labor. So yeah, so that's one thing for you to consider too. For example, if you have like iPhone 6 and then you need to spend like 150 to get it repaired for the to do the soldering labor, I'd rather just spend that money towards pre-owned phone, because the pre-owned phone you get warranty. Like in my shop, I offer average 3 months warranty, and then I can extend it if you purchase some kind of accessories. So that one, I'm still working on it. I might offer like up to 1 year warranty if you get like a bundle deal, if you get like cable case, tempered glass, charger, like those things. And then yeah, I want to make sure that my customers are satisfied on what they're paying for. I'm not going to rip you off. I care for me, I care for you, and then I want to make sure everybody's happy. Yeah. So yeah, so these are all the original Original, just check the glass quality and how they got broken. So these are original too. So this one is original. This one there's no crack, so there's a possibility that it might drop flat with the case on it, but the impact went through the LCD. So what they call this? So this LCD is just like a monitor, so it's fragile. So what they do to make it durable is they put a glass on top of it. So for the original refurbished screen, what they do is they will remove this glass on top of it and then extract these LCD components and then clean it out, the residue of the old adhesive, and then install a new glass. So this one is China aftermarket. So this one, you can see there's some like gap between them. It's because the glass is just installed on top of the LCD. So this one got crack on the bottom, I think, like that. So yeah. And then also, by the way, for iPhone series like up to iPhone 8 that uses LCD screen, with the aftermarket screen, normally the touch screen is in the glass itself. So if the glass got broken, there's a higher chance touchscreen is not going to work properly. Unlike with the original screen, the touchscreen sensor, or we call it digitizer, it's in the LCD itself, not in the glass. So if it get cracked screen, there's a higher chance it's still going to work, but it's not always guaranteed, since it's all depends on how it was dropped, cracked, like that. There's a lot of factor. So yeah. So our next thing to do is, so this one is public mobile. It's prepaid, it's really good network, it's cheap. So their plan is starting from $15, and then with the $25 you get unlimited call and text, 500 MB of data. If you put your card in to do auto pay, it will do $2 off every month, and then bonus 500 MB of data. So their best plan is also, it's like $40. It gives you 5 gig of data, unlimited call and text, and then the text is international, the call is Canada wide, so you don't have to worry about minutes. And then the best one I have is the $50 8 gig, the limited call and text, and then it says there you can call US too, which is really good. So the catch here is it only uses 3G speed, but you will still be using LTE network. What they do is they just limit the speed of like a 3G. So normally you get up to 3 MB, around 3 MB. So if you have concern that it's slow, no, it's not. Like when you do streaming, it's not. I mean, like if you're watching YouTube, Netflix, Facebook videos, I don't see buffering on mine. Then it's just like normal. So you just need the LTE speed if you like downloading all the time, if you are heavy watching like 4K. But I don't think people will do that, since if you're going to watch like high-end quality, then just go use Wi-Fi at home or at your shop, house, anything like that. But I suggest for data use, just use it for normal browsing, emails, playing Spotify music, or when you're traveling for map location. So yeah. Then the next thing to do is, this one is the battery of an iPad. It's really big, it's not that easy. And then as you can see, it's like a little embossed because the customer of this one is using cheap cable, so make sure not to use cheap cable. And then this one is what I'm trying to just say. This one is the LCD. So this one is from the iPad. So this model, the glass is separated, for example like this one, so it's on top. So this one is the glass, and then the touchscreen digitizer is in here too, so it's just like that. So this one, there's a high chance it won't function properly because it's cracked. And then this one is already damaged. As you can see, it damaged the LCD internally. And there's two options, like when you get it repaired, this one is the original, so you can see it's really good on how it spreads the crack. But this one is the aftermarket glass. You can see it's just really tiny, and then it's really easy to break. So for example, this one, you can break it right away, see, like that. So yeah, see, like that. With a little pressure you can crack it right away. Then some of them, they won't, like some shop, they're not installing the proper adhesive, because with the original it has like the black tape on the corners that sealed it with your iPad. So like this one, yeah. And then once it get removed, what I do is clean out the residue on the iPad itself, so that for the new glass it will install properly, it will not lift. So yeah, that's all for today. As you can see, I got lots of screen repaired already. Then wait, so there are some phones available here also, phones, iPad, and then cables. These are Amazon Basics cable. Wait, oh yeah, I have to tell you, this is the most important part, since this one is the most common problem people are always doing. So when you use cheap cable, you know it's not branded, and then you always complain it's not charging properly, it's really slow charging, it's not power on. So because your battery get damaged by using cheap cable. So you can see this one got swelling battery, so this one is also swelling. So when you're buying cable, you have to make sure it's original, it's from a legit shop, because there's some that offers, like this one looks original, I bought it from a supplier, they told me it's original, but when I check it, hold on, it's hard. So yeah, so you can see, yeah, there's no chip on it, so it's not Apple certified. I tried to argue with them, and they keep on telling me it's original, but it's really not. But there's nothing I can do, I lost money already. So lesson learned. And then this one from another supplier, they told me it's from Foxconn itself, they said it's original, but there's no chip, so how would I believe them? And then this one, you know right away it's chip, right? So let's check what's inside. Yeah, so there's no chip either. Then this is the original cable. So for you to know if it's original, there it has all the details where it came from. Then I'll show you the Amazon Basics I'm selling. So I'm trying to find supplier for the original Apple, but it's really hard to find, so I end up just selling this one. It's more reliable, I know that I'm getting the original one. So here, so this one, so you can see it's Amazon Basic, it's really good. And what else? Wait. So we'll go to my shop. So here are my cases for almost all models, iPhone 5 up to the latest. I carry them all. Then here I offer free drinks, chocolates. Then that's the mall right there, just across it. So yep, I'm on across the stoplight. Then I got free chocolates, free coffee, then more cases, ring holder. Yeah, more cases. So, yep, that's all for today. And also, by the way, I also installed tempered glass screen protector. Okay, see you.